Trump's lawyers say Michigan officials can't keep him out of the 2024 presidential election show. Title judge says Trump is limited in what he can say about the January 6 case. Former President Donald Trump's lawyers argued that Trump's statements about election are protected under the First Amendment. Lawyers for former President Donald Trump on Monday asked a Michigan Court of Claims judge to reject a request to exclude him from next year's presidential election in the state for engaging in rebellion against the United States, arguing that he did no such thing. Even so, these rules do not apply to him. This request is clearly inappropriate. Trump's lawyers, including David and Stephen Kallman of Lansing, wrote, both federal constitution and Michigan law place solution to this political problem where it belongs in hands of either Congress or people through democratic process. Last month, civic activist Robert Davis filed a lawsuit against Secretary State Jocelyn Benson's office, arguing that Trump's name cannot appear on primary or general election ballots next year because of a section, the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, that some legal experts argue open. It prohibits anyone from running for president who engages in insurrection against the United States, or who aids comforts those individuals. Davis argues that Trump, by attempting overturn results of 2020 election in which he lost President Joe Biden and encouraging a mob that attacked U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, as Congress met certify election, qualifies as is involved in riot and therefore access ballot is denied. A separate lawsuit filed by former Michigan Chamber of Commerce General Counsel and Senior Vice President Bob LaBrant and others made many of the same allegations. Court of Appeals Judge James Robert Redford then consolidated the cases. The allegations are among those in other states seeking to block voting access for Trump, who leads all other candidates in the race for the Republican nomination. According to most polls, Trump's lawyers said case should be dismissed for several reasons, but primarily argued no court or Congress had ever concluded the former president was involved in insurrection, and Davis and others found no evidence President Trump intended or supported any insurrection, violent or unlawful activity intended to overthrow the government of the United States on or at any time on January 6. Trump told those attending a Stop the Steal rally in Washington, D.C., just before the attack, to fight like hell because if they didn't, they wouldn't have a country anymore. But at another point in the speech, Trump said his supporters would go to the Capitol to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Trump was widely criticized for doing nothing for several hours after the attack, telling his supporters to stop or taking any action to stop it. Trump's lawyers also argue Secretary of State is legally requi.